He thought it was just a piece of cloth, but that cloth carried every sacrifice she ever made for him. And by the time he realized it, it was far too late. In a small African town, where the red dust danced with every footstep, and children's laughter filled the air, lived a young man named Chike. He was 19, ambitious, restless, and deeply tired of being poor. His mother, Mama Dees, was a widow. She spent her days selling vegetables by the roadside, from the first light of dawn until the last ray of dusk. Her back was bent from years of hard work, but her spirit remained unbroken. Her greatest treasure wasn't gold or money. It was a small, worn wooden box she kept under her bed. Inside, it was filled not with jewels, but with old wrappers, pieces of cloth that chronicled her entire life. Each one held a story. There was the one she wore on the day Chike was born, its colors faded but still vibrant with joy. Another was from her wedding day, a testament to a love that once bloomed. And then there was the somber one worn at her husband's funeral, stained with tears and memories of loss. She would often take them out, her hands tracing the patterns, and say with a soft smile, "When I'm gone, Chike, these will remind you of how far we've come. They are our history." But Chike didn't see history. He saw poverty. He saw old fabric in a dusty box. His friends, on the other hand, had the world in their hands, smartphones with glowing screens, stylish clothes that earned them nods of approval, and a growing list of followers on social media. He craved that life, that validation. He wanted to escape the scent of dust and yams and step into a world of filters and instant gratification. So, one sweltering afternoon, while Mama Dees was at the market, her voice echoing as she called out prices to customers, Chike made a decision that would forever alter his life. He slid the wooden box from under her bed. He lifted the lid, and a familiar scent wafted up to greet him, a mix of her signature lavender perfume and the faint, earthy smell of dust. For a fleeting moment, a pang of guilt twisted in his gut. He saw his mother's face, her tired eyes, her gentle smile. But then, the image of a new phone, sleek and shiny, flooded his mind. Greed, cold and sharp, drowned out the guilt. He carefully selected the finest wrappers, the bright, beautiful Ankara fabrics with intricate golden patterns, the ones she cherished most. He bundled them up, his heart pounding a nervous rhythm against his ribs. He took them to a trader in the bustling town market, a man who saw only profit, not memories. The deal was struck quickly. The money he received felt heavy in his pocket, a weight of both triumph and betrayal. It was enough for a brand new smartphone. When his mother returned home that evening, her face etched with the day's fatigue, she smiled at him, the same warm, loving smile she always had. She saw the new phone in his hand, but didn't ask where it came from. Perhaps she didn't want to know. Later that night, long after the village had fallen silent, she went to her room. As was her ritual, she reached for the box under her bed. She opened it and froze. Her hands, usually so steady, began to tremble as they frantically searched the empty space. Again and again, she sifted through the few remaining cloths, but the ones that mattered, the ones that held her heart, were gone. A quiet, broken sound escaped her lips. "Chike," she whispered, her voice cracking with a pain so deep it seemed to shake the very foundations of the room. "Chike, where are my wrappers?" He couldn't meet her eyes. The lie came easily, a poison on his tongue. "Thieves," he mumbled, looking away. "It must have been thieves while you were at the market." She didn't press him. She didn't argue. She simply looked at him, and in her eyes, he saw not anger, but a profound, shattering disappointment. She didn't speak another word after that. In the days that followed, Mama Dees became a shadow of her former self. She moved through their small home like a ghost, her vibrant spirit extinguished. She ate little, slept less. The light in her eyes had gone out, replaced by a hollow emptiness. Chike tried to talk to her, to show her funny videos on his new phone, but she seemed to look right through him. The phone, once a symbol of his desires, now felt like a cold, useless brick in his hand. Then, one morning, he found her sitting on the porch, her gaze fixed on the rising sun, her hand clutching her chest. She looked frail, ancient. When she spoke, her voice was a faint, weak whisper. "I don't blame you, my son," she said, her breath catching. Maybe I didn't teach you enough about value. Not the value of things, but the value of a life lived, of memories held." Those were her last words. She passed away peacefully before the sun had fully risen, leaving Chike alone in a world that suddenly felt cold and empty. At her funeral, the entire village came to pay their respects, and as they gathered, Chike saw something that shattered his soul. Women in the crowd, friends and neighbors, were wearing his mother's wrappers. The traitor had resold them, and now her memories were scattered among the community, worn by others who had no idea of their true worth. He saw the fabric she wore on her wedding day on a woman laughing with her friend. He saw the cloth from his own birthday wrapped around another. Her joy, her pain, her entire life paraded before him. A scream tore from his throat, a raw animal sound of pure agony. He fell to his knees, the red dust clinging to his clothes. He tried to buy the wrappers back, offering far more money than he had received. He begged, he pleaded, but it was useless. Some were sympathetic, others confused. But no amount of money could undo what he had done. No currency could buy back a mother's broken heart. Today, Chike is a man. He no longer chases fleeting trends or digital validation. He keeps a single, torn piece of one of his mother's wrappers in his wallet. It's faded and frayed, but he looks at it every single day. It's his constant, painful reminder that the most valuable things in life aren't held in our hands, but in our hearts. And some things, once they are lost, can never, ever be replaced. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel for more content that makes you think. We'll see you in the next one.